Hello, everybody.
Oh, I guess I can just talk. Hannah, no, I'm not. Hi, Brian.
I am just trying stuff, and sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't, but it's going, so that's the point. So I am back for 15 to 60. Okay. Well, I need to set something to 15 to 60, and I don't even know what that means. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to set the FPs to 15 to 60. Do you just click on it? No. This does not make me happy. It's telling me to do it, but it's not telling me how to do it. It says it's a requirement. But it doesn't say how to get to that requirement. Anybody else ever experience this requirement? It's on 15 already. Remove module. Open in a new tab. Those are not helpful. And this is just and that's not working either. Sorry about the tapping, but since I have a nifty computer that I could touch screen, that's what I'm using. All right, well, anyway, it's just gonna, hopefully it's not too bad for y'all. Crocheting in conversation, trying to find a page with my notes on them. I should have done that beforehand, but guess what? I did not. Crocheting in conversation is a concept that one of my former roommates came up with when I was crocheting at the house. And she was like, I could just watch your needle. Like, it's just so relaxing. And she's like, maybe you should do a YouTube video while you're crocheting. And I was like, all right, I guess. But the concept of conversation came actually in a dream while I was asleep. And God even gave me topics. Well, and then one of them. So I've been at home for over a month. Not, all in a row, but I mean, not home only. I have, gotten the opportunity to be out and about sometime, but my car went down, dead like the engine. And I am just so dang distraught about it. So I was just going to talk about that, being at home with purpose, and extended warranties. So first, let me show you. This was the square, how it ended on the last episode. So I'm just going to build off of that. I might have to go down a little bit so you can see it. Oh, now you can see on my belly in the shirt. And, well, you can also be taught to love more, Take it all in. It's backwards. I don't know. Anyway. So I'm going to continue. But, yeah, so several months ago, though, several months ago, I got an extended warranty. I guess I can't mention the name of it because the internet rules and stuff. But so I'm like, okay. The salesman is like, yep, we're number one, and this is good and great, and yeah. So when I had the problem with my engine, actually I didn't even know what the problem was. I was taking it to the dealership to get an oil change and have a diagnostic done on it. And I pull up on the lot, and I knew something was wrong. I pulled up on the lot, and my car stopped on the lot. I ended up having to, one of the girls who worked there, one of the techs, she came out. She's like, yeah, don't try to start it again. It doesn't sound good. And just put it in neutral. I'll push it into the bay, which she did. So it's in the bay. People keep trying to turn it on because they're trying to see, the metrics or whatever when they're doing the check-in. But yeah, so they call me the next day because they end up having to get actually a shuttle home because it was going to be there for the day. They called me and said that I need a new engine, something with the timing belt and pistons and the some valve, and the pistons aren't shooting right because of this, and so the engine shut down. And I'm like, okay, I call my warranty because I'm like, I am covered, So call them, and they're like, okay, well, no, I didn't call the warranty. The tech people did at the shop. Because, it's all between them now, get it all done. It takes him 2 days to actually reach somebody. So that's 2 days without a car. Really 3. So I dropped the car off on a Tuesday. They didn't get in touch with anybody until that Thursday. And now the person has 24 to 48 hours to come out and do the evaluation, the claim, inspection. So, of course, the person doesn't come until Tuesday of the next week. So that's a week without my car. Yeah. So they come out. All right. They want all my oil change records, and I got them because I've gotten them faithfully. And then they have 24 hours to write the report. So, of course, the report doesn't come until Friday. And they're saying your claim has been denied because there's a notation on your February oil change that the car was low on oil. and that makes it a pre-existing condition. So your claim is denied. We're not going to cover it. Excuse me? Like, cars are low on oil. It happens. And sometimes it's for no reason. And that day I got an oil change in February and I didn't have any other problems. And then it comes up June when I started having, problems with the car. So I'm going back and forth. I'm fighting it. They don't care. That notation is what they are hanging their hats on. Pre-existing condition. We ain't changing our mind. Suck it. So the dealership is like, okay, well, first they're like, okay, well, we buy cars from the service department all the time. So we'll, I'll put you in touch with sales. And I'm like, sales? Because at the time, I owed like $11,000 on this car. I'm not finna get no note on top of that. And then I'm like, okay. So they're like, well, we can fix it. We'll give you a price. They say $6,500. I'm going to be towing my car home, okay? Tow the car home. So the guy was good who did the towing. But when he rolled it off of the, what is that thing called? The flatbed, it was in my grass, like about this much. And when I say that irked my spirit so bad for the longest, just sitting there taunting me, because I can't move the car. Hold on. Yeah, so, because I can't move the car. Eventually though, okay, so the car's been sitting there. I can't drive it, of course, and who finna pay all that? Well, I would pay it if I had to. But anyway, so I learned about all of these complaints about my car engine shutting down. People with the same make and model and year of my car. And I'm like, I wish I had known this sooner. I'm going into my research, and yeah, it's like a faulty engine. And the thing is, like, the guy who did the towing, he said the same thing. He was like, what's wrong with the car? I told him what the people said, and he was like, we have problems with those engines all the time. Like, we just finished replacing an engine in that car. I'm like, who knew? Who knew? So now it is my duty, a due diligence, to do more research on this, because I saw that it was a class action suit against GM because of it. Oh Lord, I wasn't supposed to say that. A class action suit against the manufacturer for the same thing. And I'm just like, wow. So I'm going to see about them replacing it, because I had a person who I talked to, who I know personally, who it happened to one of their customers. He has a shop. And so he bought the car from her, but then he ended up doing all the steps to get it done, and they replaced the engine. So that's my hope and prayer, to have them replace the engine. Save me a little cash. Save me a little cash. Okay. And so also while I'm here, yes, I've been at home. Oh my gosh, I'm learning how to be patient, learning how to wait on the Lord. And oh my gosh, it's this book that I'm reading. It's Christian fiction. If you want any details about it, let me know. I'll tell you. But it's one of my favorite Christian fiction authors. And one of the books that I'm reading about, the people are talking about waiting. And they're saying how when you wait on the Lord, of course, like Isaiah says, you shall renew your strength and mount up with wings as eagles. Run and not get weary, walk and not get faint. But this is like, it's super practical. And it's saying, like, when you wait, you need to understand that when God answers, it might not necessarily look like what you want it to look like. And I was like, excuse me? When I'm waiting, I want my outcome, you know how we do. But it also said, yeah, when you wait, it's not for things to, when you wait, it's not for things to look like what you want them to look like. Let me see if I can find it. Waiting is not about focusing on the outcome we desire. It's about seeking the Lord, keeping a divine focus. Man, that's when that peace you can't explain fills your heart. And that's when you get a praise in your spirit despite the tears in your eyes. I was like, what? That's me exaggeratingly putting my hand on my hip. Yes, it says not waiting on a thing or a person or a situation to change. To those who wait for him, he's our focus always. And when you're waiting for him and seeking him, you will see his goodness. And so I'm sitting here like, am I waiting for the desired outcome? Am I waiting for things to work out? Or am I taking this period of time to get closer to God? Finish that next row. I really like these colors. I know you can't really see because of Facebook, but it's like purple. It's shades of purple mixed in with gray. So, all right. I'm on the next row. But yeah, so eventually when I get an audience, comments on that. Let me know, if you had situations where you had to wait and where it might have even gotten frustrated as you're learning how to wait, because it is not easy. It's not. You keep thinking about all the stuff that's going wrong and how you can fix it. And instead of praying, saying, God, how do I fix this? God, what do you want me to do in this moment, in this season? Like in Proverbs says, in all your ways, acknowledge him and he'll direct your path. And things will go, how they're supposed to go. And even if it's not the outcome that you desire, if you focus on God, you'll know that maybe it's not the time for that, or maybe something better is in the way. It's on the way, because he can do more than we can ask or think. Look at me preaching. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And so I'm spending my time doing some crocheting. Yeah. This is a different type of yarn too, so it seems like it's flowing through my fingers really easy, but it seems almost delicate, which I'm used to dealing with a tougher, a thicker kind of yarn, like, where is it, like this, I don't know if you can see that, it's heavier than this, but either way, I'm enjoying it. I'll probably just finish this row, because with this FPS thing coming up, I don't even know if y'all going to be able to see the video. It's being all weird, so. pretending too much. Okay. Okay, I'm at the end of the row, so I'm gonna just slip stitch into it. It's so fragile. And my fingernail keeps going into the stitch. Oh, that looks horrible. That's okay. There it is. There it is. So I'm gonna sit this down for the day and get back with all you lovely people on the next crocheting and conversation. Bye.